Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't just want to abandon my family. I know that the parents want the best for their kids, but still,
So yeah, those were some good connections.
Okay, the quote finder. So two quotes that I found interesting in my Facebook were to forget the dead would be akin to killing them a second time. The second quote that I found, never shall I forget that night, the first night in camp, which has turned my life into one long night, several times cursed and several times sealed. Never shall I forget those moments which murdered my God and my soul and turned my dreams to dust. Never shall I forget these things, even if I am condemned to live as long as God himself ever.
Go.
Okay. The story starts off with the introduction of Eliezer. Eliezer is a Jewish boy who was desperate to learn Kabbalah. After failing to self-teach himself, his father tells him that it's a waste of his time. But he was so desperate to learn, so he goes to the synagogue and finds a man by the name of Moshe Vidal. Moshe is a Jewish man that was deported, but he escaped because he was shot in the leg and left to die. Moshe teaches Eliezer Kabbalah and warns him that the Germans are going to come and kill them. Eliezer is scared, so he goes to warn his village, but they think he's crazy and ignore him. Then the Germans arrive and are placed in each home. The Jews are naive about the situation and think they're just here to take their valuables. Then the Germans force the Jews out of their homes into small ghettos. The family friend comes and offers to hide them, but the parents decline and offer the children the opportunity. But they decline and stay with their family because they believe family is more important. The Germans force the Jews into the synagogue because they are waiting for the train, using it as a train station, almost like a halfway house. Until they can be transported into the real location. That's it.
And that was
the
summarizer.
Alright, I'm the moderator, and what I'm about to do is kind of talk about the story and ask questions. So it starts off in the spring of 1944. This is around the time the Hungarian government fails. Fails and falls to the hands of the fascists, and the next day the German armies occupy Hungary. And despite the Jews' belief that the Nazi anti-Semitism would be limited to the capital city, Budapest, the Germans soon move into Szeged. A series of increasingly oppressive measures are forced on the Jews. The community leaders are arrested, Jewish valuables are confiscated, and all Jews are forced to wear yellow stars. All Jews are forced to wear yellow stars. Eventually, the Jews are confined to small ghettos, like we said earlier, crowded together into narrow streets and behind barbed wire fences. So, my first question is, how would you guys feel if you screaming outside and people were saying to come outside and they were transporting you, putting you in cars, shoving you?
I would feel scared, and then
Yeah, I would be scared too, and I would be like, I have my rights. What are you doing at my house trying to take me somewhere to some unknown place? So I'll probably have a little bit of an attitude because, I'm gonna hide in the shed because, I'm not going. Well, I would feel like I wouldn't want to go, and I'd be really worried. I mean, that's
you would have a state attitude.
But at the same time, they were holding their lives against them, so if they didn't do what they said, they would kill them. So you'd be dead, not hiding.
And you'd be dead.
But in
I don't know where
the
to
chapter
start.
a little bit, some Jews did kind of resist, and when they did resist, some got beaten badly, and some were beaten to death. So that I feel as if people seeing that, they were like, well, we might as well just follow what they're doing, so we don't suffer the same consequences.
Okay, well, at the same time, it depends on how many of the soldiers were there, because if